Hey you guys, this video today has been highly requested and it's all about my trim regimen. But before I get into the video footage, a couple of things I wanted to share that I like to do in between my trims, and that's what's called dusting my ends. I do go to a salon to get my trims 2 to 3 times a year or as needed because I'm really concentrating on growth retention this year. Trims are really important, but in between trims I like to do what's called dusting my ends. If you are doing your trims or dusting your ends at home, please invest in some professional shears. Do not use these type of scissors. These are like the dollar store craft type scissors. And if you are using scissors like this, you're really doing more harm than good. So I have some professional shears that I got from the Main Choice, and it comes in a little case like this. You can order this online. And inside are my shears. And when I dust my ends, what I typically do is just install 2-string twists all over, and I'll just focus on the ends. If I see that my curl is not really popping like I want it to, or if it looks kind of straggly and dry, I'll just use my shears and just kind of clip right at the ends, normally less than 1/4 of an inch. So that's what I do to dust my ends in between my trims. Another thing that I like to do is more preventative, and let's use this particular product from the Main Choice. It's called the Anti-Breakage Repair Serum. It's from their Ancient Egyptian line. I've had this since the Ancient Egyptian line came out, and I still have half a bottle, though. That lets you know that this product really lasts. It helps to replenish your hair and fight against split ends. It prevents and repairs cuticle damage, deeply penetrates well into the layers of the hair shaft. It restores hair condition and delivers shine, and it's loaded with fatty acids omega-3, 6, and 9. It's highly concentrated and you only want to use it on your ends. It's not meant for your entire head of hair, but this dispense pump makes it a lot easy to apply. And I just pump that in the palm of my hand. Whenever I install my 2-string twists, braid outs, or whatever at the ends, I'll just apply the product just by twirling it right on the ends and just dab and continue on. And I like to do it when I have twists because it makes it easier to apply the product. And again, it's not made for your entire head of hair, but really just for the ends. Let's go ahead and get started with the rest of the video. One of the things that I look for to determine if it's time for me to get a trim is an increase of split ends. Here you can see an example of a hair strand that has multiple splits on one particular hair strand. If I did see multiple cases of this particular type of split, then I would know that it's time for a trim. If I only saw it on 1 or 2, then I would use the dusting method. I want to know in the comment section below if you've ever experienced this type of split hair. Up next is an example of an actual hair strand that is broken. It almost looks like a split like the previous one I showed you, but upon further examination, it is actually getting ready to break off. Not only that, but once this end does break, you would have a split end, which can cause an increase of other damage to the healthier hair strands around it. It would definitely be time to either dust this or get a trim. Let me know in the comment section below if you've ever experienced this one as well. Up next is something that I'm sure we're all too familiar with, and this is that annoying single strand knot. It typically happens at the end of the hair strand where you have a curl that intertangles with itself. If I did see this, I would just simply dust it by cutting right above the knot. An increase of these would be an indication that it's time for a trim. I'm often asked if I go to a salon to get my trims or if I trim it myself. I make an appointment with my stylist anytime I see that it's time for a full trim. It's important that if you are not comfortable doing a full trim that you do see a professional. Another question that I receive is if I get my trims done on curly or straight hair. I prefer to get my hair trimmed on blown out or semi-straight hair. I do my own blowouts prior to going to the salon, which allows me to ensure that I'm applying my deep conditioning treatment and any heat protectant prior to doing my blowout. For my deep conditioning treatments, I like to use the Deep Strengthening and Restorative Mask Treatment by the Main Choice. Even though my hair typically grows out in a really nice shape, I always like to go to the salon with my hair blown out or semi-straight so that I could request a particular shape. Normally, I request a stacked bob. That's what gives me that really nice layered look and keeps my hair looking nice and full. Whether I'm installing a flat twist out, a roller set, or a braid out, I know that I'm going to have a great shape. And that's something else that indicates whether or not I need a trim, is if my hair doesn't really have any great definition or shape to it whenever I'm installing my styles. As you can see, my hair is really taking shape now because again, she's doing what's called a stacked bob. So she's just going layer by layer and really giving it that nice shape so that whenever I install my styles, I have some really great body to it. As you can see, my hair is really taking shape, which I love about getting trims and cuts, is that when I finish, I know I'm going to have some really great body to my hair with any style that I install. If you're anything like me, I love the way my hair feels once I finish getting a trim. It just feels so much healthier and lighter. She is all done, and that's pretty much the process that I go through when it's time for me to get my trims. I hope that was helpful for you. After leaving the salon, I typically just go home, apply a little bit of product, and install either a flat twist out, a twist out, or braid out. And you can tell even just from looking at my twist that my ends are nice and healthy, which is exactly what I love about getting trims. It really just helps my styles come out so much better. So I hope this was helpful. If you have any questions, as always, you can leave those in the comment section below. I'd love to hear your feedback, and thanks so much as always for your support. Love you guys. Bye.